Hey Allergy Patrol fam, I'm back with another video. Again, I'm currently taking down and re-uploading a lot of my old videos for quality purposes, and this is one of those videos, so just stick around and I'll have everything back up soon, and even better quality for you guys. That being said, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to be tuned in for more uploads coming soon. Okay, so in this video, we'll be discussing the basics of food allergies, differences between allergens and intolerances, and how allergies work. Food allergies happen when your immune system sees a food as something dangerous. It responds by releasing chemicals called histamines, causing symptoms that can range from mild to severe. The most common food allergens are called the Big Nine. These are milk, eggs, fish, crustaceans or crabs, tree nuts, peanuts, soy, wheat, sesame. These 9 foods are responsible for the vast majority of food allergies, especially here in the United States. Even though these are the most common allergens, people can be allergic to all kinds of things, even fruits and vegetables. You know how convenient it would have been for me if I was allergic to vegetables as a kid so I wouldn't have had to eat them? In fact, some countries have more than these 9 allergens because there's so many allergens. That's how common they are. When you eat something you're allergic to, your immune system overreacts. Instead of letting the food protein pass, it thinks it's a harmful invader, like a virus or bacteria, and starts attacking. That's what causes symptoms like itching, swelling, or even more serious reactions like anaphylaxis. Now, let's talk about the differences between food allergies and food intolerances. A food allergy involves the immune system, which can lead to serious symptoms like trouble breathing. A food intolerance, on the other hand, doesn't involve the immune system and deals with the digestive system. For example, lactose intolerance happens when you don't have enough of the enzyme needed to digest lactose, the sugar in milk. It causes discomfort, but it's not life-threatening. Food intolerances can make you feel sick, causing bloating, cramps, or diarrhea, but they won't trigger life-threatening symptoms. This is why it's important not to confuse food intolerances with food allergies, even though both should be avoided. Sometimes having a little bit of food you are intolerant to is okay if you're prepared to experience some discomfort, but allergies need to be avoided at all costs. Now let's take a closer, more specific look at the differences between these two. Gluten intolerance, gluten allergy, and celiac disease are 3 terms that are all thrown around interchangeably, and they involve gluten, but they affect the body in very different ways. Someone with a gluten intolerance might feel uncomfortable after eating gluten. They might have bloating, gas, stomach pain, but it's not an immune system response. It's just the body struggling to digest those foods. While it's uncomfortable, it's not life-threatening. A gluten allergy is actually a misconception. It doesn't exist. It's referring to a wheat allergy, which does exist, and that has typical allergy symptoms like rashes, hives, and if it's very severe, it could cause an anaphylaxis, which I'll expand more on in just a bit. On the other hand, celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder, not just an intolerance. When someone with a celiac disease eats gluten, it triggers an immune response that damages the lining of the small intestine. Over time, this damage can lead to nutrient deficiencies, digestive issues, and even more serious long-term health problems. It's not the same as a wheat allergy, but it's definitely more severe than gluten intolerance. Although these are all similar, they are very different in what they do to your body, and it's important to recognize and deal with these all differently. So, what are the symptoms of a food allergy? These can vary widely. Mild symptoms include itching, hives, or swelling around the mouth. More severe symptoms can involve vomiting, diarrhea, or difficulty breathing. The most severe of all is a reaction called anaphylaxis, which can be life-threatening. During anaphylaxis, your throat swells up and it makes it hard to breathe, and your blood pressure drops quickly. Mild food allergies can often be treated by removing contact from the allergen food, taking rest, and taking oral antihistamines such as Zyrtec. Anaphylaxis is the most serious form of allergic reaction, and it can come on quickly, within minutes of exposure. It requires immediate treatment with an epinephrine autoinjector called an EpiPen. Epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, is a hormone that your body naturally produces in response to stress or danger. But in the case of a severe allergic reaction, your body needs an extra boost of adrenaline to counteract the dangerous symptoms. That's where an EpiPen comes in handy. When you use the EpiPen, the medication enters your bloodstream and starts acting fast. It does 2 major things. First, it constricts your blood vessels. This is crucial because during anaphylaxis, your blood pressure can drop to dangerously low levels. By tightening your blood vessels, epinephrine raises your blood pressure back to a safer range. Second, it relaxes the muscles in your airways. During anaphylaxis, the muscles around your throat and lungs can tighten, making it difficult to breathe. Epinephrine relaxes those muscles, allowing your airways to open up so you can breathe more easily. An EpiPen gives you precious time to get to a hospital for further treatment. Now, why is it so important to know about food allergies? First of all, they're becoming more common than you think, especially among young kids. In fact, about 1 in 13 children in the US have developed a food allergy. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of confusion about how serious these allergies can be. A lot of people think it's just about avoiding certain foods, but it's much more than that. Even small amounts of an allergen can trigger a reaction, and that's why being informed is so important. Now, this is a big jump from what we saw a generation ago. Back in the 1990s, food allergies weren't nearly as common. Studies show that between 1997 and 2011, the number of children with food allergies in the US increased by about 50%. And it's not just in the US, other countries around the world are seeing similar trends. So what's causing this increase? There are several theories, but we don't have a single clear answer yet. One leading theory is the hygiene hypothesis. This idea suggests that as our environments have become cleaner and more sanitized, our immune systems don't get exposed to as many bacteria or infections early in life. Without enough exposure to germs, our immune system might overreact to harmless things like food proteins. Another theory points to changes in our diets. In many parts of the world, our diets have become more processed with more additives, preservatives, and less natural exposure to certain foods. Some researchers believe that changes in how we eat, starting from infancy, could be affecting how our immune systems develop. For example, babies who aren't exposed to common allergens like peanuts or eggs early in life may have a higher risk of developing these as their life progresses. There are also genetic factors at play. If a child has a parent or a sibling with a food allergy, they're way more likely to develop one themselves. But genes alone can't explain the full picture. There's a growing consensus among experts that it's a mix of genetics and environmental factors that causes food allergies. Either way, while we have these theories, the truth is we still don't know exactly why food allergies are becoming so much more common. It's likely a combination of multiple factors, but it's still being researched. If you're interested in learning more about this research, my next video will be about diving deeper into some of these studies. Stay tuned!